Well, new week. Got all of these suckers that I've been clipping off of the tomato plants, different ones. Some of them I let them get large as suckers. Um, Started a few things from seed. Some of it was a little too wet. What's funny is that was planted the same time as these, and I've already taken these and put them in dirt. Anyways, that's what's going on the inside. A bevy of different tomatoes going on. Um, Tried to clip some cucumbers, and let's just say they're not doing real well. So I'm going to splice this with the outside and go from there. So this was the first cucumber that I tried to do in the blue barrel, but it was too hot. I threw it in the greenhouse and just let it have some water and just laid it on one of the benches, and it survived for a week. So I actually picked it up last week, put it in the 5-gallon bucket with hydroponic solution, and it's been thriving. It's green, it's not brown, and you can see the roots just starting to get in there. So my thought is give it a week or two, and once those roots get a good 6 inches hanging down, then I would pick them up and stick them in the big blue barrel. So trying to do some video, and it's like 95 out, and it's, what is it, 8 o'clock at night. Here's the I guess now 4-week-old zucchini. I need to do some trimming because it's just leaves everywhere, and need to trim it for a little more airflow, and so the pollinators can get into the flowers and do their job. But there's a lot going on down in here, and looks like we got stuff hanging out on the backside too. Tons of flowers coming. So ginger's doing pretty well. Got a couple other ones popping up. I replanted a chunk or two there, and there should be one over in the back center. But anyways, so the primary one that's been there has got 4 shoots, obviously. Carrots are growing slow but surely. Let's go backwards today. So, alright, so cucumbers, a little dry. So apparently this is a fungus of some sort. This is fairly common. So I used neem oil. So I sprayed neem oil yesterday, and the problem is once it gets covered, it shuts down the plant from doing photosynthesis, and it doesn't do a damn thing. So that was what's basically been killing it off the rest of the way. So a little later tonight I'll spray it again with the neem oil, which should get rid of it. It says sometimes it can cure it in overnight in a day, but not so much for this one. There's still some cucumbers going. These are the pickling ones on this side, so these are ready to go now. There's some growing back there still, so I mean the plant's not dead, it's just a little slow on the bottom half. These are full size, so these can go for a little ways, but looks like we got, I mean, anytime that's edible. Then there's one that's growing down here. That's there's 2 growing down there. Look at that. Bell peppers are doing well. For whatever reason, this one's a little runtier than the other, but so be it. The biggest thing is no aphids. Lots of blooms are coming out, and I'm getting ready to, get the clips on them and go from there. Tomato plants are doing well. I picked one earlier, getting some splitting, so I mean it is really hot, so it's week after week it's just me showing stupid stuff of how crazy things are growing. I think that got a couple of blades of grass and stuff jumping up in there, so lots of tomatoes on that truss, so that's just going crazy in there, so that's looking pretty good. This is that black creme, the heirloom, and that one's splitting like crazy. Had a little critter in here that was eating stuff. Looks like he took a bite out of the other tomato. Haven't seen him yet. Got root traps everywhere. Trying to catch it and figure out what it is. See leaves moving. It's just the wind blowing. So, anyways, tons and tons and tons of ripe grape tomatoes. I picked some for my salad for dinner tonight. I'm getting to the point where I'm pinging a couple people at work, say, hey, you want some? I may have to chop some up and make a salsa if I don't get any takers there. The indigos back there are, I mean, they're going to be plum size. They're going to end up kind of like these. So these are the tiny ones, the midnight snack ones, but they're going to get this reddish purple. I mean, they look like grapes hanging on there, but I mean, all the trusses are just filled with plants, so it's just, you know, propagating everywhere. So good healthy plants. And then, like I said, this whole thing, that's all that grape tomato, all the way up top there. I mean, the indigo one stops here. For whatever reason, it just went weird and just didn't, it stopped going up. But anyways, that's the cayenne pepper back there. That's starting to sprout pretty good. As you know, I chopped down the bitter melon, and then I was trying to let it grow, and then the damn roots got flooded, so I just capped the thing off and killed it off a couple days ago, so it was causing me issues. Red pear, although you see red back there, that's just a funky one that's growing. It's actually firm, it's not, but it's supposed to be shaped like, see a little black dot on there, so there's a bug or something in here crapping on them. Not turning color yet, but I mean, that's pretty good size. Chocolate sprinkle, they're getting pretty dark now, and you can see their heirlooms, you can see all the striping on there, so lots of buds on this one. A couple tomatoes at the bottom, but all these buds over here are that plant, that's that plant. And there's a ton starting to poke out, start to grow. So it's doing really well. They're just not liking the heat. Jalapenos, getting buds. I just strung them up. I need to move them around a little bit, trying to get them, you know, that string is just sliding, so that one's not in there quite right. So I have to get that one clipped in a little better. Beef steak, that tomato is destined for BLT tomorrow. These are just grown tremendously in the last couple days. Like from last week, they probably were barely even there. So this one's starting to crank out some good sized tomatoes. So that's a pretty good sized one in there. And then this is the garden salsa, and there's actually that little nub. You could barely see it last week. It was probably like no bigger than my finger, so I mean, all that's got to do is change color and that can go in salsa. There's one starting there. So yeah, it's doing good, but you know, like I said, no aphids, so that's the biggest thing. Anyways, that's what we got going on.